Hello everyone, PolishLynx here, and we are back with Narcissu and second, of course. Amazing game. Let's continue. Even hearing that sound, to me, it meant nothing. Also, I couldn't see the intention behind letting her. Perhaps it simply meant that for Himeko-san she had a place she wanted to go. And someday I too would have such a place born within me. Perhaps she also wanted to say that. Well, why don't we go for ice cream again? With that, she folded them up and stood. I've got to have my temperature taken, so gonna ahead. Leaving Himeko-san, I waited for the elevator. All around I can see the pajama-wearing people of the 7th floor. These people, I wonder if they have a place they wanted to go to, just like Himeko-san. Or perhaps people of a certain age, from having already given up or taking a more philosophical view, maybe they don't think about such things. Setsumi-san, may I call you that? You were definitely the helper. Yes, I'm being assigned to the 7th floor. It was the helper who had spoken to me before, the other day. Himeko-san had been speaking with her and said she was an acquaintance. And about Himeko-san, about One-chan. One-chan? With that word I could make a guess at how things stood. Before, Himeko-san said she had once been a helper on the 7th floor, but her family was Catholic and she had also participated in public welfare activities. Then for this younger sister to be a helper here in the same way was not surprising. And was there something? I was wondering if Setsumi-san was forcing her health to be together with her. Not particularly. Nothing like that. Then that's fine. But before she had been a cheerful kind One-chan. But saying that, she suddenly lowered her head a bit. Certainly, I also had a similar impression when we met the other day. At the least, her behavior towards this kind-looking younger sister I thought seemed very cold. However, towards myself, there was no need of that, had been. Even now, I believe she was kind. Chihiro, what are you doing? One-chan? I told you before, didn't I? If you've got the time to chat about unnecessary things, you should be paying proper attention to your assigned person. I know that, but if you're also a helper, I take your duties seriously. Let's go, Setsumi. Speaking literally, and then leaving her sister there, Himeko-san quickly walked ahead. Even as I felt someone bad, I followed after. Again, today, sitting facing each other, we ate vanilla. Sorry about that, letting you see something weird. That person just now. Your younger sister? Yeah, that's right. While speaking, Himeko-san began eating her second ice cream. Beyond that, it didn't look like she was going to say any more. But I wanted to know about her behavior just before. Without a doubt, she was worried about Himeko-san. Say, why so cold? Do you mean about my sister? I gave a small nod. It was Himeko-san's own sister, and as someone who'd been the same kind of help before, I thought she would understand her feelings. It might not have been something an outsider should be interfering with, but still, I felt the younger sister to be unfortunate and was sorry for her. Even though she's such a kind and a good person. Indeed, it's because she's a kind and a good person. I don't really understand. It's okay, because this is also something you don't need yet. I'm home. Welcome home. The preparations for dinner just finished. You must be hungry. With a nod, I handed over today's empty lunchbox. Here, eat lots. Okay. On top of the dinner table were a number of dishes, and as always, the fried things from the part-time job. Here, I fried some again. With that, she offered the plate of fries. Her slightly fat slicing was a distinctive feature. But today, the hand that held the plate was different from before. Mother, your hand. It's nothing. We are using oil after all. Mother answered cheerfully as always. But those were the mark of a burn. It was slightly red. Before, while beautifully painted with manicures, Mother would show them to Father and me with pride. At that figure, happily excited over such a small thing, Father and I would look at each other and give a wry smile. And when she got a strange color, even when saying I was 10 years too young, she had painted my nails too. But now, it was different. The pink manicures had faded, and in their place was the slightly red skin of roughened hands. Why they become that way? The reason was easy enough to imagine. For whose sake they become that way, that didn't even take imagining. And exactly because of that, it was painful for me. It tortured me. What's wrong? They just been fresh today to you, no? That isn't kindness. I recalled Himeko-san's words. I felt that I understood, betraying good intentions or being silent with lies, both were wrong. Say, Mother. What's the matter, Setsumi? They're delicious, you know? And since I've been assigned to the fries, your mom's skin seems to have gone up some too. With hands that were different from those days. But with a smile that was unchanged from those days, Mother happily offered the fries. In front of such a mother, I could do nothing other than quietly eat the fries. If I were to say the truth here, if I were to truly apologize, the person who was punishing us, that person out there somewhere, would they relent? A few days later, with the sun shining directly overhead, I headed to the usual place. I had heard that this summer was a cooler summer than average, but it still seems like it was going to be a hot day. Good morning! Setsumi, I've been waiting. For some reason, Himeko-san was again waiting in the front of the hospital. The courtyard again? Nope, that's not it, but anyways, let's go! With just that, she quickly started to walk towards the outside of the hospital. Wait, where do you plan on going? Didn't I say before? The remaining 3 things. Remaining 3. At first I couldn't remember what she was talking about. You mean those 10 things you wanted to do before dying? Yeah. See, this is one of those remaining 3. There's something that I wanted to go and check out, you see? As she spoke, Himeko-san continued walking. Already she was quite a ways from the hospital. Just how far do you plan on going? Pretty far. Even by train, about 2 hours each way. And the doctor's permission? Of course no. I didn't really understand it well, but even if it's Himeko-san, she was a resident of the 7th floor, and I had the feeling that just up and leaving the hospital and then going that far wasn't allowed. It's fine, you don't have to make such a worried face. Well, if I'm caught outside, I'm pretty sure they'd get angry, but, well, they will overlook things just a bit. After saying that much, she started walking again. Maybe she was being serious. Certainly, if you kept going this way, you should get to the train station. And then, there was one other thing that nagged at me. By the way, you're going in that outfit? I raised a simple question of how Himeko-san was dressed in pajamas. At the least, to ride on a train, I thought that was a bad way to go about things. Of course, just like this. Just like this. You are not going to change? It's fine. This is my uniform, after all. The sun up above cast short, dark shadows, and unheeding of the midsummer morning was a lightly stepping Himeko-san. A while after, well, even saying that only 5 minutes of walking, around when the number of people walking on the street slowly increased, I wasn't too familiar with things, but it seemed that she was headed towards Station A. Certainly, she had said it was 2 hours each way, but just how far was she planning on going? In just that amount of time, riding on the train, it felt like you could get quite far. Say, from the station, where are you headed? To the ocean. To be exact, where the pineapple trees are, I guess. Pineapple trees? Words that I wasn't familiar with. I didn't know pineapple trees existed in the first place. You know, they're always in front of large buildings. There are 3 called phoenixes, right? I know those. Those. Don't you think we just have to be pineapple trees? Indeed, I did look very similar, but... So don't you want to try cutting one and checking the inside of it? Hey, if they really were pineapple trees, it'd be huge! Was she being serious? From a common sense standpoint, it had to be a joke, but with Himeko-san simply being as she always was, it was impossible to tell. What's with that face? Are you making fun of me? It's not that, but I don't think it's possible. For being Professor Croquette, you sure are narrow-minded. Everything should be tested empirically, right? Being a professor has nothing to do with it. And if we are looking for phoenix bombs, the hospital has some everywhere. Nope. If you don't test a much bigger one, it's not fun, right? And didn't really know how serious she was, but together with Himeko-san, I headed towards the station. Finally, we're just about to reach the station. Never mind that it was 10 minutes, walking under the blazing sky was unexpectedly difficult. And probably as I had thought, Himeko-san's pajamas-clad figure stood out, and people walking by glanced at us. Say, we're really going? Of course, it's for that reason that we've come all this. Hide! Suddenly Himeko-san went to hide behind something. Before I knew it, I was also holding my breath in the shadow of a building. What's wrong? That is a doctor from the surgical ward. And over there, the 4th floor chief nurse is there too. Now that she mentioned it, there was a fungus that I recognized. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whew. I didn't know that right mouse button does that. I see. People working at the hospital commute from this station. At this rate, fate found us and get angry. Himeko-san laughed in a carefree and sunny way. There was no sense of panic or anything else. In any case, surely she had been a helper before, and she didn't know this? Well, my house was in their neighborhood. I never come by train. Same for me. But yeah, they would just add in rules for show. Rules? Nothing. It's got nothing to do with you. And What now?
どうするの？
We'll know what now in the next episode. Oh, Narcissu side second. So see ya. Bye.